Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Luis Khalil from Red Devil Vortex and the Handsome Devils, and this is the Hooligan Nation, a KISS-Centric podcast.
This week on Hooligan Nation, the mighty Love Gun versus the bombastic, adrenaline-filled comeback, Creatures of the Night. And we bring in our resident Creatures of the Night expert, Victor Ruiz of the Signals from Mars podcast. Is there any chance that Victor carries Creatures to a victory against the 3-0 Love Gun? You're going to have to hang with the hooligans to find out, because you got
nothing
to lose.
You wanted the best, but they retired. So you got two dudes in a garage.
Talking KISS.
Welcome to the Hooligan Nation, a KISS-Centric Podcast, the podcast where the riffs are loud, but our opinions are louder. I am Anthony.
I am Rocco.
And I am Black Diamond Dave.
That's great. I love when I have trained little tricksters here that know their name. What's up, hooligans, and welcome to episode number 74 of the Hooligan Nation. This week, we revisit our current series pitting one KISS album against another KISS album. Last time, my favorite KISS album, Love Gun, took on Black Diamond Dave's choice, the KISS debut album. Love Gun got another big W. This time, we bring in a heavy hitter, Victor Ruiz from the Signals from Mars podcast, who will be representing Creatures of the Night in the Deathmatch. But before that, we have news, music we're listening to, and of course, our weekly poll. But first, last episode recap, episode number 73, our interview with Luis Khalil of Red Devil Vortex and the Handsome Devils. Father Rocco, thank you. Do you have anything that you would like to add to that stunning interview that we conducted?
Overall, I am really looking forward to seeing the growth of where he takes his. I think he's going to skyrocket, and I'm really looking forward to watching the ride.
You definitely got a vision into the future of somebody that's going to be a big deal in the rock scene. And he was a total pro, really nice guy. Hopefully we get to talk to him again one day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I hope so, because I think I came out of that interview with more questions than I did answers, and that's just because of how open he was. He was pretty well an open book.
Yeah.
And Dave, I think you hit it perfectly. He's genuinely a really nice guy. I want him to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters what that guy does. I think I would like it. I mean, if he decided to change and become a harmonica player, I think I would become a harmonica fan. And it's just his stage presence. It's just the way he carries himself. It's the way he treats other people. It's just his complete personality is just completely a winning personality to me.
You know, I like his story too. I mean, it takes a lot of courage. I mean, when he talked about sacrifice, you can't put a price on the stuff that he sacrifices to go after his dream. So I definitely am rooting for him.
Leaving home to chase guitar. It's awesome.
Love it.
News. You guys got any news?
Yeah, I got a couple things. Actually, one specific thing. It's kind of a continuation from something we brought up before. It's I'm gonna title it "The Douche Returns."
The douche returns.
The douche returns, and of course, I'm talking about Roger Waters. He was on the Piers Morgan show on YouTube, and I watched it. And he kind of doubled down on the comments he made with Ozzy. A couple bullet points. He hates America. He says that his moral compass guides him in his actions. When asked about Ozzy's comments and if he regrets it, he told Pierce to shut up.
Jeez.
He did start backtracking a little bit, saying it was in the middle of a long interview that he was in. He called Sharon a raging Zionist. Asked again if he wanted to take back the comments. He said not really. Said he would have a chat with Jack Osbourne, and he won't be nasty to him. And he says that he doesn't like people that bite the heads off of bats. He regrets nothing in life except equal rights.
Equal rights for bats? Is that where he was going with that?
No, he said he stands for equal rights and he regrets nothing in life.
No, okay.
That's just some bullet points. There was a lot of other stuff that I was like, are you kidding me? But
as
He's
far
like
as
Vinny weird.
yeah, as far as hating America, good for you. Stop coming here to tour and making
no,
money.
he lives in America. Like he made a comment because Pierce
Yeah.
lives in England and he lives in America, but yet he hates America.
Then leave. Then get out of here. Does he need help moving?
Right.
I volunteer to go help him move. You know what? There you go. I will not roadie for Gene and pay Gene $3,000, but I will move Roger Waters out of America and I'll pay him $3,000 to move his ass out of here. How's that? Roger Waters, call me. I'll get on a plane. I'll bring my moving gloves. I'll get you the out of here. Yeah, I said it. I'll get you the out of here as soon as possible.
There's some people in life that are just bad guys. He is a bad guy.
He did not double down. He is a double douche.
Ooh.
That's what it is. He's an
like
ass
that.
douche. He douches his vagina and then he douches his ass. He's a double douche.
Wow.
Can you imagine how much editing I
I know
have
you're doing a
to do
lot of
now?
editing.
I'm like, no more news. That's perfect. Just leave that. We've discovered new terms. Ass
Oh my
douches.
God.
Woo,
That's a blooper reel. That's a
I
blooper
hate
reel.
some people, but I've never called a motherfucking ass douche.
Dude, you watch that shit on YouTube, it's gonna make you mad. Like
Dude,
90% of the interview.
you know, I believe in all these things. I believe in equal rights. I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in all of these things. But you come here to this country, you live here, you make billions here, and then you have both the right and the balls to say, I hate this country. Then get out.
Right.
Then get out. Folks, kids, hooligans, I don't like country music. So you know what? I don't listen to it. I don't put on a country album and then repeatedly tell everyone I hate country. Get the out of the country. And then you can say you hate America all you want with all the money you made from here. You are an ass douche. That is what you are. Okay? Roger Waters, you're like Vinny. You know what? When you move out of this country, take Vinny with you.
Oh man.
The ass douche brothers.
Oh, that's great. Great name for a band.
Yeah, there you go. Roger Waters, you play bass and lead vocals.
Right.
Vinny plays guitar. You guys can be the double douches.
Oh,
No one will ever hear it
beautiful.
or buy it.
oh my God.
You'll charge $600 a
Right.
single, the double douches, and nobody will ever hear it, but you're both douches.
Well, I'm about to bring up the third douche.
Good.
Brett
Have at
Michaels.
Yeah.
Oh,
I gotta
we got a
admit,
winning formula today.
he's not looking real good right now.
So Brett Michaels is in the news this week because the Poison reunion that's been teased is apparently off because he wants the lion's share. Ricky Rocket did an interview with Page Six. He said, "We had a great offer, I thought, but we left it on the table. It didn't work. Really, what it came to was CC, Bobby, and I were all in, and I thought Brett was in, but he wanted the lion's share of the money to the point where it makes it not possible to even do it. It's like $6 to every one of our dollars. You just can't work that way. So yeah, ass douche.
Yeah,
You know, I was driving today and I was listening to Eddie Trunk's radio show from yesterday, which was Monday, January 19th. And I have to admit, Eddie brings up some very good points of just like we've heard over and over again, that this is the music business. And as much as I'd like to beat up Bret Michaels for this, and I'm sure every Poison fan wants to beat him up for it, if there's a choice between him going out with Poison and him going out with his solo band, the money difference could be so big that he needs to make 6-1 to make it work financially for him. Or he could be losing money by touring with Poison. The problem with that is the same as, yes, I'm a broken record, is the same as with the Gene Simmons, Peter Criss whole songwriting thing. The fans don't care. You can't come out publicly and say, "Oh, we gotta do a 40th reunion tour for the fans." No. Omit that part from all your interviews, because it's not about the fans. It's about the money. And there's nothing wrong with it being about the money. Where it becomes a problem is when you say it's about the fans, but then you show that it's about the money. I think that's what pisses fans off. If you just came out, if Bret Michaels came out and said pretty much what Eddie Trunk said, "Hey, look, if I tour with my solo band, I'm going to make this much money playing smaller places to less people, but I will make more money if I go out with Poison and I got to split it 4 ways and we play to more people, I'm going to make less money. I can't make it work financially, so I can't do it." I think fans would respect that more than the blowing smoke up our ass and saying, "Oh, it's about the fans. We're going to do this for the fans." And then we have to find out that it's not about the fans.
Well, you know something, like what when Ace passing away has made me think of something that it's going to stick with me forever. These guys think that they have tomorrow. When you hit with a hit, well, the getting's good. You may not have tomorrow, and you be like, "Oh, I wish I did that. I wish I did that." Well, you know what? Peter said he wished did stuff with Ace. You know what? While it's on the table and you still got a chance, swallow your freaking pride and do what you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Do you really think he's worth 6-1 when it comes to CC though? The other guys, there's an argument perhaps, but not CC.
No, look, there's an argument for all of it. The difference is that I think from a fan's perspective, the difference is Bret has a solo band that is pretty popular. CC doesn't. I mean, Ricky Rocket just started Rocket Mafia, so you don't know. But Ricky's not a front man. He's not a singer. We all know the game is different.
Bret made himself a brand separately from the band.
Right, my wife knows who Bret is, but has no idea of Poison's music. Exactly.
Right. That's kind of the point. I mean, you do all these other things, and you build up another Father Rocco word, cultivate your cachet, and then you want to get paid accordingly. The only question that I would have, and I don't know the answer to this, but doesn't Bret Michaels have enough money to bite the bullet?
That's what I was thinking.
For 40 shows. Because that's what I heard that's what the plan was. 40 shows for 40 years. Do the 40 shows, work your solo tour around it. I mean, there's other ways to go about it that would have looked a lot better. These guys need us to get the train rolling. And we're a bunch of idiots, because you know what happens when it comes to 45 years and Poison decides, the solo tours have dried up and they do go out, all the fans will be there. They'll still be there. They'll forget this happened.
When was the last Poison tour? Was it the 2020 shows with Motley Crue that never happened?
No, they had. I saw
they
Poison
did some with Def Leppard not too long ago.
I saw Poison with Motley Crue and Def Leppard at the stadium tour.
Yeah.
And then I saw Poison at Music Fest in Bethlehem, PA. And look, Poison is great.
Hell yeah.
Live show. They are great. But, you know, I think I'll skip the next time because I'm just getting tired of this bullshit. Either take care of the business first and then start talking about it, or get publicity people that are going to tell you, no, don't say that. No, you shouldn't say that. Because you know what Ricky's doing. I know what Ricky's doing. He's throwing Brett under the bus
Right.
to the fans, and he's trying to nudge him. It's January. They could still do 40 shows in 2026. He's pushing his buttons to see where's he going to go. What's Brett going to come out publicly and tell the fans, yeah, I do want 6-1?
Well, if you ever watched an interview
that
with
won't
him,
be good.
and if you ever watched an interview with Brett, he really, really likes being known as the nice guy, as the good guy. So I can see that shit working.
He don't look like the nice guy right now.
No, he doesn't. But
he looks
but if you-
really bad.
But he
likes
will when he says we're doing it.
He's one of those guys who cares what the masses think of him as a nice guy, a good guy.
Like, and I mean, I understand. I think most fans of this genre understand that they're dysfunctional. They have always been dysfunctional. They're the band probably that has spoken most honestly about their dysfunction. But we're all too old for that at this point. Like, we're not 25 anymore. Most Poison fans are at least in their 50s. Sorry, Dave. We're done with the dysfunctional horse shit that goes on with bands. Like, I want to hear music. Play me some damn music. I don't want to hear about your dysfunction. I don't want you to complain about your money. Like, charge me another $30 for a ticket and split it up however you got to split it up. Just keep it out of the public eye, because you are ruining the name Poison by doing it.
Yeah,
I believe that. And then Ricky says somewhere in that article that getting a new lead singer would be last resort. You
That's laughable.
can't
Don't bother. Don't even try to do
Bret
it.
Michaels. Poison couldn't replace CeCe DeVille.
Right.
You're gonna replace Bret Michaels?
Yeah,
That's like Slash and Duff getting together and go, we're gonna replace Axl.
That's a dumb statement. He should know better.
Exactly. That's my point. They're both putting out dumb things to even say. Like, keep your dirty laundry in the closet. The last thing I had for news is our next Hooligan Nation giveaway announcement. And I have right here an extremely limited edition Kiss Cruise Landlocked poster that was only given out to those that went to Kiss Landlocked in Vegas. And if you notice here, it is autographed by the demon himself, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley. Hell if I know. I think that's Eric Singer.
Yeah.
And that's Tommy Thayer right there. For all you
He wrote that.
Stop laughing at me. For all you hooligans out there that are interested in this giveaway, starting February 1st, you can go to hooligannation.com, which will be somewhere on the screen when I edit, and follow the instructions to get your limited edition Kiss Cruise Landlocked in Vegas autographed Kiss poster. And this giveaway will run from February 1st to February 28th, FYI. And then we'll do something. February 28th, 11:59, we'll close it down and we'll make an announcement shortly thereafter. Music we're listening to. Anybody got anything?
Yeah. I got a couple different things, but the one main thing I've been listening to is Trickster.
What would you be listening to Trickster for?
yeah.
That is called foreshadowing, I believe.
It may be.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, I was doing some research on some of their songs, and One in a Million, Give It to Me Good. I listened to about maybe 10 different songs, and 3 songs really stood out to me. Heart of Steel, really good song. Rocking Horse, great riff and great intro. The guitar solo is fantastic in it. Tattoos and Misery, and a Bon Jovi connection song, Rocking to the Edge of the Night. I've really seen the Bon Jovi influence in that song.
Black Diamond Dave.
Music I'm listening to this week, it's actually Paul Stanley's birthday today, so I've been listening to One Live Kiss from 2008. Actually has a song called One in a Million on that too.
Really?
Yeah, who would have thought?
Want to hear something funny?
Is that the same stuff you were about to say?
Nope. I've
Okay.
never listened to that album yet.
It's
Yes,
it's actually really good.
Hey, that makes me a little nervous with you because, well,
I like it all.
You like some stuff that
You know what?
I
Send the links. I
wonder
send
if
the
we
text.
should
Check
get
it out.
you a therapist.
I don't like Vinny.
Oh, well, we do know that, and so do all the hooligans,
Yeah.
They're mad at me.
especially Silky Road. He don't like you at all.
Oh, I love you anyway, Silky. And the
Oh.
box set you didn't buy or have, because you could have been sent me an email, bud.
Oh, I'm about to take Father Rocco back. My music that I'm listening to is Aldo Nova.
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm listening to his first 3 albums, his self-titled debut, Subject, and Twitch. I love all 3 of these albums for really completely different reasons. It's just great music to me.
The third one Bon Jovi produced, right?
You know what? I don't know,
I think
but
Bon Jovi
I
was involved in the last time, too. I'm sorry to cut
The
you off.
third one, Twitch, is very much an album of the times, that mid 80s, like we all know what it is. I'm trying not to say the word so I don't get bad comments about it, but I don't know what else to call it. I don't know what else do I call it. I mean, if I say hair metal,
Glam
everybody
metal.
goes glam. Oh,
Glam
okay.
metal.
I don't know why we put metal because none of it's metal. How about
Yeah.
glam hard rock?
Yeah, glam hard rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Twitch is very much of that genre, but I'll be the first to admit I love it. I love all the shininess of it. It's like Aldo Nova's Crazy Nights record, and I love it.
You want to hear something? Hear something crazy about Aldo Nova? I don't think there's ever been a song I've heard of his that I didn't like.
Do you know what time it is?
It's poll time.
It's poll time.
Can't do it,
It is poll time. Our weekly polls can be found on our community tab and on our Facebook group. This week's poll question is, and this is Black Diamond Dave's fault, Vinnie Vincent has been in the news lately and not for good reasons. So our question is, what is your opinion on our favorite little Vinnie? Your choices were, I like him, he's strange, he's misunderstood, or he's a thief. Father Rocco, what say you?
I think there's a little of everything in there. He's definitely he's definitely a thief. It's been proven many times by many people. He's proven to be unreliable. He's proven to be misunderstood because you don't really know what kind of character he is at times.
Whatever kind of character he is, it's a cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah, from my perspective, I don't like being too harsh. So I'm not going to just completely label him a thief. I'm going to just go, for the most part, just stick it in there and put misunderstood. But,
Okay.
that's me being a nice guy.
Why do I have a feeling that Black Diamond Dave is not going to be a nice guy?
brother, he's a thieving ass douche.
That's going to be his favorite word on here now. I got
for real.
organic, he's got ass douche.
Ass douche. That is just beautiful.
I'm
What can you
glad
say
that I
other-
could influence you.
Thank you. And add more curse words to my repertoire. My wife
Yeah.
will thank you. Weird. What else could you pick is other than weird? Vinny is like a train wreck. That's why we're all still laughing. That's why we're all still talking about him. It's not for anything good. It's never going to be for anything good at this point. He's a weirdo.
Anybody interested in what the hooligans thought?
I think I may get it right, actually. I'm going to say most people are going to say weirdo.
Agreed.
Okay, well, weirdo wasn't a choice. There was he's misunderstood. I like him. He's strange. He's a thief.
Weirdo, strange. Yeah, same thing.
Okay. Well, you're both wrong.
Everybody called him a thief.
He's misunderstood comes in with 4% of the vote. I like him comes in at 9% of the vote. He's strange comes in with 30% of the vote. And he's a thief comes in with 57% of the vote.
Wow, we got some very intelligent hooligans out there.
So 57% of people, Silky, did not get the box set.
That's pretty much the bomb.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't get the box set, or they're not going to pay $200 a single. But I will say this, for Silky and for anyone else that's a Vinny fan, if Vinny keeps himself out of the news, this is it for us. We will let it go after this poll, because the hooligans, again, did not let me down. Our Hooligan Nation was built on common sense and speak your mind, and they all spoke their mind with common sense. So thank you to all the hooligans that voted. A new poll is up right now, so please, please, please vote. It is both your right and your responsibility. Battleborn is a collaborative effort among like-minded individuals and organizations intent on repairing and restoring people who have served our country. We do this by delivering a unique level of support and guidance to those servicemen and women who have emotional and psychological wounds. We provide support directly and indirectly in collaboration with others in our community who value those who have served this nation and its communities. For more information, go to wearebattleborn.com. So the Hooligan Nation would like to welcome our friend of the show, Victor Ruiz from the Signals from Mars podcast. Victor, thank you for coming on the show for the Creatures of the Night versus Love Gun Deathmatch, which if we were in the same room, we'd probably kill each other by the end of this. I'm not sure we can kill each other through Zoom, but you'll come back to the States and we can have a good fist fight in the middle of a park or something if you want.
Yeah.
What do you got going on at Signals from Mars?
Just same old, interviewing a lot of bands lately. Kind of got the bug to interview a lot of different people. So I actually have, including this, I don't know if you can consider this an interview, but 4 episodes or 4 different times that I'm hooking up with people to talk about music. Got that going on. Gonna have a December 2025 albums episode coming up this Friday, and then next week it's going to be our favorites of 2025. We want to make sure to get December in there this year, and it should be fun. It's always fun to hook up with all my patrons and see what people vote for, and just turn people on to new bands and different albums. And it's always great to hear people say, you know, my wife's going to kill me because thanks to you, I spent I don't know how much on albums this month. So so that's cool. So anyway, if you want to keep up with the show, just go to signalsfrommars.com. You got everything there.
Okay, well, I'll have you know that Love Gun is 3-0 at this point. Okay.
Fine. It's okay to be wrong 3 times. You know,
took a W against
you.
Dynasty.
At least I'm rock. Yeah. Anyway,
took a W against Rock and Roll Over to the point where we had to bring in a replacement, and Black Diamond Dave came in and brought the self-titled debut, and he did make me sweat a little bit, but we snuck out another W against KISS's self-titled debut, and here we are for one of the battle royals of Love Gun versus Creatures of the Night. All right, first thing we're going to start out with is record sales. Creatures of the Night sold approximately 500,000, while the Muddy Love Gun sold 4 million records. Over 4 million records.
You do realize that back then, those stats are based on how many albums were made and shipped, and that a lot of those albums actually ended up in the Hudson River and in Santa Monica Bay, but that's all right. Keep going.
2 beautiful spots. Have you ever been to Santa Monica? It's beautiful there. If
this is going to be a good one.
Sold record, I would want to hang out in the Santa Monica Bay. I don't know about the Hudson River, but you know, if you're one of those West Coast albums and you got shipped to the Santa Monica Bay, you were living a good life. Next up, producers. Michael James Jackson for Creatures of the Night and the Godfather himself, Eddie Kramer, for Love Gun. Victor, as our guest, you can go first.
I mean, Michael James Jackson was involved in every KISS album, from Creatures all the way up to, apparently he was a consultant all the way up to Sonic Boom before he passed away. The sound of Creatures is iconic, is definitely the drum sound that distinguishes it from not only all other KISS albums, but also distinguishes it from a lot of other albums from other artists. Can we say that about Love Gun's sound? Does the sound actually sound any different to, say, Rock and Roll Over or any other album that Eddie Kramer has produced for the band? What distinguishes the sound from a production standpoint from the rest? And let's not forget that the band itself has complained about Eddie Kramer's production on the albums that he's worked on over the years with the band. It's in their books where they've felt that on many occasions, Eddie Kramer has let them down with the sound of his albums, not standing out when comparing it to other albums by the band and other albums by other bands from the same time period. So, yes, is Eddie Kramer one of the most famous producers of all time? He's worked with Jimi Hendrix, he's worked with KISS, with Ace, this, that, and the other thing. But so is Rick Rubin. And you can talk to a lot of people that Rick Rubin has worked with over the years, and they'll tell you that he just comes in, lies down on a couch, and gets paid to have his name plopped on an album. So how much did Eddie Kramer affect the sound of Love Gun versus how Michael James Jackson affected the sound of Creatures, which not only KISS wasn't able to reproduce, but I have spoken to Robert Fleischman, the first singer of Vinnie Vincent's Invasion, and he has flat out said that they tried to reproduce that sound with the first Invasion album and came nowhere close to it. So go ahead, tell me how Love Gun, how the sound of Love Gun differentiates itself and is more bombastic. Peter's drumming is so loud on that people were comparing it to John Bonham's playing.
But there's more. Can we agree that there's more to producing than the sound of drums?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'll give you the fact that is the single greatest drum sound I have ever heard on any song or any album. If we were deciding who was the better drumming producer, Michael James Jackson would win hands down. Number 2, Peter Criss is not the kind of drummer that Eric Carr is, so giving him that kind of bombastic sound would have probably sounded terrible.
One second. Let me interject. Have you ever heard side 4 of Alive 2?
Of course I have.
Okay, so then you've just disproved your whole point.
How did I disprove it? You can't
No.
prove that Peter Criss
Larger
played
than
drums
life,
on any of them songs.
larger than life, larger than life. That's all I'm going to say. Larger than life, Peter Criss is playing on it. And had Michael James Jackson produced that track and given him Eric Carr's sound, which Peter is trying to play like John Bonham on that track, it would have taken his playing to another level.
Hey, you know what question I have?
What's that?
Who produced side 4 of Alive 2?
The same person that gave him a flat drum sound that didn't make Peter stand out in his playing. Eddie Kramer.
Oh, all right. Okay, just making sure. Eddie
Okay.
Kramer again. And my only argument with that is you can't prove, and I still don't think that Peter played on that song.
The Gene and Paul have said he's played on it, and Peter said that he's played on it.
Oh, Gene and Paul said it, so we should take them on their word.
Well, they're usually trying to discredit Peter.
Yeah,
Not give him
I was
credit.
going to say, and
No, I'm saying they're actually giving him credit, so I would kind of believe it.
you
Peter's
would
actually
believe
said
it?
that he's played on it as well. So
Man, you guys are really both really trustworthy, or really want Creatures.
I'm
of
just
the Night
saying
to
their
win.
stylists to discredit him. When they give him credit, I kind of want to believe it.
You know what? I can't even kind of argue with that. They're so used to beating them down.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not like either of them are going to look in the fact book. They're just going to throw it out. Peter didn't do it. Peter's this. Peter's that. Well, look. Rock and Roll Over. Love Gun. Alive 1. Alive 2. I mean, I think Eddie Kramer is the godfather of KISS production. That's my opinion. If we're going to talk about drum sounds, Michael James Jackson wins. He wins every day of the week. My only question about that, and nobody can answer this, and unfortunately he's dead, is why didn't he reproduce that drum sound? Okay. I'm pro Eddie Kramer. He's pro Michael James Jackson. Now it's on you two.
Creature's Edge.
I'm Creatures. I mean, it's not close for me, honestly. I love Love Gun, and I love Eddie Kramer. Everything you said about Eddie Kramer is true. He has such a legacy with KISS, but that's a once in a lifetime album. And that the production value does not come close. And not just because of the drum sound, the overall package with the drum sound.
yeah, the guitar.
Love Gun is thin
as
compared.
Dave, you agree?
Yeah, Love Gun is thin compared to Creatures, sound wise.
Okay. All right. Well, I did the best I could, but let me tell you, I said this last week. I agree. Michael James Jackson is the best KISS producer.
Well,
From Killers to Creatures to Lick It Up. He produced the drum tracks on Animalize. Like, once they got him, they should have kept him until he died. Are we going to argue about personnel? Or are you just going to give it up the fact that it's got more ghost players on it than it does actually have regular players on it, and the fact that the guitar player that's on the cover never played a note on the album?
But did that ever affect you as a kid listening to the album, whether Ace really played on it or not?
Oh, it absolutely did.
Okay.
I mean, look, I'm telling the truth. It absolutely did. The first song, you put Creatures of the Night on, and you listen to the solo, and you know it's not Ace Frehley. You absolutely know it's not Ace Frehley. It's just like on.
And you still love it.
No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but you know it's not Ace Frehley. Just like if you go to side 4 on Alive 2, you know, as an example, Larger Than Life is not Ace Frehley. So it's more kind of you're selling us a bad bill of goods.
I got a question though. As far as the amount of personnel, what are you grading? What is the grade going on? Is it going on the sound and quality of the album, or is it going on
I think
how many people are playing on the album?
I think it's just a matter of, like, when I looked at this, I only took Like if you were a backup singer, I didn't include you. If you played, the skin flute, I didn't include you. It had to be one of the main instruments. And Love Gun is the 4 original members of KISS. And in the case of Creatures of the Night, Vinnie Vincent plays lead guitar, Robin Ford plays lead guitar, Steve Ferris plays lead guitar, Jimmy Haslip plays bass, Mike Porcaro plays bass, and Adam Mitchell plays additional guitar. Like, we creating an album with an entire tribe? Or what? Like, how many other people do you need?
It was a success.
It was a success. But what took 4 people to have a success in Love Gun, it took 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It took 10 people on Creatures of the Night. The album cover says KISS. So Love Gun is more of a KISS album than Creatures of the Night is. Creatures of the Night is like KISS and Friends.
But our ghost. Go ahead, Victor. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, but so then the tracks that they didn't all play on, do we omit them directly from Love Gun then? Because there's several that Gene doesn't play on. There's several that Ace only plays a solo on. He doesn't play rhythm tracks on it. So, I mean,
yeah, but
does omit those?
But does a member of the band play instead of like Ace? Does Paul play the rhythm guitar on the song?
Gene plays rhythm guitar on the song.
Okay, well, he's a member of the band. Then Gene should have played lead guitar on Creatures of the Night, and we would be all good.
I mean, it all comes back to, in my opinion, this is like when people say, House of Pain isn't a good band because they're sampling and because they didn't write a lot of their things. They're bringing producers in to do these different things. Frank Sinatra never wrote a note. Elvis never wrote a note. So now
you sound like Gene.
No, but the thing is, people selectively pick and choose what they like to think is the band. So are we chasing a memory? Are we trying to, I mean, what makes it officially, better? What makes you officially a fan and someone not a fan? Is it the amount of merch that you have? Is it the amount of times that you play a certain song? Or is it an attitude or the way that you look at something? Again, saying that X amount of people didn't play on it. Well, it's got the label there. It's got the brand name because they can legally call it that.
Your choice for you two, because we're not going to agree, is do you choose the personnel on Love Gun or do you choose the personnel on Creatures of the Night?
If we're going with the original 4 versus, I mean, you're obviously putting in a poison element. I'm gonna take the original 4 over.
That's my only
point. Let's be honest.
Over the people that are on Love Gun. Having said that, this comes down to proficiency. Are the musicians that played on Creatures better than the Creatures that played on Love Gun? Because a lot of the people that you mentioned, Jeff Porcaro, for example, from Toto and from, I mean, I don't know how many other bands, is a ghost player on so many people's
incredible albums. Musician.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, a lot of the things with who's better just comes down to opinion.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, to me, and I'm just throwing my opinion. I'm not saying that that's the way to do it, but I think it's a hard category to grade, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Personnel, whatever. At the end of the day, what songs are sounding good? I'm not saying to do this. I think it's a push because how can you say, what are you grading? Ultimately, what are you grading?
You're grading if the band that you bought the album, if that band actually plays on the record or not. I mean, that's pretty much what you're grading.
I gave I'm gonna bow out at this point because I think honestly it's the quality of the songs and what I like. And
okay. So it's, if I'm correct, it's 2-1 right now because Victor agreed.
No, it's 2-2.
So
no,
it's
that's why
2-2?
I said I threw out my opinion on it. I mean, ghost players are like a commonplace in the music world, and some of them are better musicians than the actual originals.
So Dave,
a lot of times,
as
not most
far
times,
as
a lot of times.
personnel goes, you don't think there's a difference between the 4 originals playing on the album
No,
and
no,
10
no. I went
different
Love
people?
Gun. I went Love Gun.
Then it's 3-1. Am I right, Victor? You agree? The 4 originals beats six
Victor did
ghost
go 4
musicians.
I'll get, if I have to give you one thing, I'll give you this.
All right. Well, I can't wait for. Thank you for giving me my late Christmas present. Are we going to argue over album covers? Creatures of the Night was photographed by Victor Staben. Love Gun artwork was done by the legendary Ken Kelly. Is there?
That's an easy win. Creatures has 2. Love Gun only has 1.
Boom.
Yeah, the one with Bruce.
Yeah, Creatures has 2, and in both cases, the guitar player on it didn't play on the album. Someday, somebody's gonna have to answer me.
But the back cover of the second Creatures does have Paul's ass on it.
That's got to be worth something.
It's got to be worth something. Paul's ass.
I don't even know where to go with that.
Oh,
There's so many places I wanted to go with that.
I think you're saving that part for a short. I definitely think you're.
all of these things started flooding into my head at one time. Who brings up Paul's ass?
Victor, you got him off his game. He forgot what we were even talking about now.
Stating facts. I will say that I think both albums covers are iconic.
Yeah, I
for
agree.
different reasons.
I agree.
So I think if there's any category that there could be a tie, I would go with the album covers.
All right. Well, we're trying to break ties. Now, if the 2 judges choose oppositely, we will be a tie. Father Rocco.
Yes.
Love Gun or Creatures of the Night? Oh, thanks.
No problems for you. It's tough for me because I love that freaking it's a push for me. It's a tie for me.
Okay. Black Diamond Dave.
It's got to be Love Gun. That's the iconic image of them that's burned in my brain. If Love Gun is the greatest, Creatures is probably the second greatest album cover.
I would say Creatures is the 3rd greatest, but that's just my opinion. I would say Destroyer is probably number 2. And the other thing that I don't know why this makes a difference to me. Oh, look. Victor has Destroyer in his background. But he doesn't have Creatures of. Oh, there you do have Creatures.
Yeah, he does that. Yeah, he
too.
does.
Okay,
he was ready for you there,
too, brother.
And I can pull out the other 2 copies I have behind me too, if that isn't.
I think the difference for me is one's artwork and one's a photograph, and that for some reason makes a difference to me. And I think me and Dave were on kind of the same wavelength that. At least for me, Love Gun was the superhero Kiss. And it has a historical significance to it. And although Creatures of the Night, I also think has a very huge historical significance to it, especially after albums like The Elder, where there's a hand on a door and we still can't find out exactly whose hand that is. And now we get to go to the songs. This is where we're going to bloody each other up. First song, Creatures of the Night, verse, I Stole Your Love. Victor, convince us.
Creatures of the Night, I've said this a million times, is my all-time favorite song by any band. The lyrical content is, perfect in the sense that if you're feeling slighted, if you're feeling that that there's no hope, it's a song about hope. It's a song about turning things around. It's a song about overcoming. It's a song about being part of a clan, being part of a brotherhood, about being identifying with people. As much as people can say that, you know, Rock and Roll All Night is the rock and roll national anthem, I think Creatures holds a lot of those same virtues as a song like that.
That's a good take. I never heard it that way.
And it's kind of crazy because him and I are going up against each other. Creatures of the Night is clearly his favorite Kiss song, and I Stole Your Love is my favorite Kiss song. So that's pretty interesting. I agree, by the way, with everything that you just said, and I still think I Stole Your Love is a better song. It's a better song, and number one, I think.
Look out, Dave! They're gonna come for us on this one.
I don't even want to answer. Oh my god!
I don't either.
It's a better opener. It's a better album opener. It's a better concert opener. It's more of a high tempo song. I just like it. I just like the song better than Creatures of the Night. But like everything that's gonna happen with this one, it's like by that much. Like, and that's like everything in this right from the start. Production, album cover, like everything is by the smallest margin. So I got I Stole Your Love. He's got Creatures of the Night, Father Rocco. Go ahead, try to break the tie.
I think I can make it easy on you. Through every one of these things, there's going to be certain songs that are dead heat even. There's no way you can pick between the two of them on that one. You have to, in my opinion, you're tying that, passing, going on to the next one. Because you can't make the argument that I Stole Your Love is a better album opener than Creatures. Creatures is just as good. It hits you right in the face with those drums right in the very beginning. They're both great album openers.
I thought we put judges in here so we didn't have pushes.
See,
Black Diamond and Dave.
I can't pick between the two.
Okay, you can't pick. That puts it all on Black Diamond Dave. Nothing like punching the new guy in the throat.
The sad thing is we kind of already did this, and we went I Stole Your Love over Creatures. We did this, 2 episodes ago?
For album openers.
When we ranked them, we put it, but when we ranked them like that, we also kind of took into consideration what we thought were better songs too, I thought.
That's true, but that was so yesterday. Nobody's gonna look back and like see what
for
you
me
said.
For me personally, the problem for Victor is I'm a big Love Gun guy too, and I Stole Your Love is a top 5 song for me easily. So I got to go I Stole Your Love.
That's fine.
Checks in the mail, Black Diamond Dave. Checks in the mail.
I already saw a fixed game earlier today.
We're gonna
fixes in.
We're gonna load up it at the end, so Victor wins.
Right. Paul's misogynistic lyrics are better than Creature's uplifting lyrics. That's cool.
For Kiss, they are. For Kiss,
we don't
they
do
are.
politics and Kiss. Right?
I'll say again, being that you guys are both going against each other, you're both your favorite songs. I think it was easy to make that a push. You'll have enough content going forward.
But he said that like he doesn't have to defend "Keep Me Coming" in a minute.
I like that song.
Oh my god! He did.
That
may
going
have
up against Got Love for Sale. So I mean,
it's kind of
that may have to
nice volley back.
Have Love Will Travel.
Center off of Creatures of the Night versus Christine 16 verse or off of Love Gun.
Christine 16 is about an adult going after a 16-year-old girl.
Why, yes, it is.
Saint and Sinner. He's talking about different sides of his personality, while forgetting that previously he sung about being a pedophile in Christine 16. So, I'll take Saint and Sinner and its content over Christine 16 and its content.
Yeah, I agree. Saint and Sinner is a better song.
That.
No, it has nothing to do with the pedophile thing because if you want to go there, you can look at countless songs with lyrics from the
Oh, yeah.
70s and the
All
80s.
bands.
Yeah, I
And-
mean,
and
they'd
even
all be
beyond-
canceled. I mean,
Even
I'm
beyond that,
93, she's 16. That's not
Yeah.
much better. So, song number 3, Keep Me Coming, verse Got Love for Sale. I wouldn't bring up misogynistic on this one. I'm just saying I would skip over that.
this is just how you're looking at it. One of them is trying to sell their goods, as where the other one is talking about having a how could I put this without getting canceled? One is talking about a bodily act as opposed to selling something which is illegal in most states outside of where the landlocked Kiss Cruise took place. So I guess they could have love for sale there, but nowhere else in the rest of the states could they have love for sale.
Oldest profession in the world.
And it's
Oldest
legal where I
profession in
live,
the world.
but yeah.
Yeah, see? That's my point. Which song is better?
Me personally, putting all that shit that I set aside, I'll take Keep Me Coming over Got Love for Sale.
I'll take Got Love for Sale over Keep Me Coming. So, Father Rocco
It's not close. Keep me coming.
and Black Diamond
Oh.
Dave.
Hard disagreeing. God love for sale.
See, I don't like that song.
That's one of my favorite Kiss songs. That's
I'm
the
sorry,
problem.
I'm not a fan of the song either.
Yeah.
Push.
And Push.
It's not a Skippy song. I'll listen to it, but yeah, it's not.
Number 4, Rock and Roll Hell, off of Creatures of the Night, verse Shock Me, off of Love Gun. Oh my God.
Oh, please spin that one, Victor.
I think I got the nervous farts going on right now. Yeah, I just can't imagine where this is going. So Victor, go.
Origins. Ace himself covered it because he thought it was such a great song. And he even said that had he have heard the demo for this song, he probably would have stayed in Kiss as opposed to leaving, because this was more the direction that he wanted to go in.
I'll do you one better. I think Rock and Roll Hell is my favorite or second favorite song on all of Creatures of the Night. I love that song.
Me too.
Yeah,
It's still not better than Shock Me.
No.
well, shock me. I think a lot of people right now would pick it just for the sentimental value, because there's nothing hotter than a dead rock star. That's been proven time and time again. Also, it's the first song where we got to hear Ace sing, where he had his legendary solo on Alive 2 and subsequent tours after that. So obviously for sentimental values, a lot of people are going to go in that direction. I think this is one of the quote unquote non-hits off of Love Gun that I actually like a lot. So even if Rock and Roll Hell falls to this, I could understand that.
Father Rocco.
Yeah, this listen, I love Rock and Roll Hell, but it's not close. Shock Me made me play guitar. Shock Me made me pick up a guitar. I love Rock and Roll Hell though, but I mean, yeah, it's not close.
Yeah.
Black Diamond Dave.
Yeah, it shocked me.
I was getting nervous there for a little while. I actually thought maybe Rock and Roll Hell was gonna win.
That's a great song. I mean,
It is a great song.
Shock Me, so legendary, so impactful, so influential. Like, yeah.
That's what to me.
Yeah,
that's
but
what's the cool thing about this is if you take all 9 Creatures of the Night songs and you put them all together, and then you take the top 9 Love Gun songs and you put them all together, I think Creatures of the Night all the songs are at a certain high level, that on Love Gun it's more like this.
Yeah.
It's just the highs of the high
Well said.
in Love Gun, to me, are much higher. There's only one song on all of Creatures of the Night. I'm not a big fan of Keep Me Coming. And then there's I Still Love You, which makes me want to puke. But other than that, I think they're all great songs. But that doesn't mean that I think that they're anything is greater than Shock Me, or anything is greater than Love Gun, or anything is greater than I Stole Your Love. They're all iconic to me.
But I think outside of those three songs, the rest doesn't even come close to those three songs. Whereas with Creatures, you've said there's a specific level. There's
no songs
The needle's
that
pinned.
are just average on Creatures of the Night. I think everything is above average. Where I think on Love Gun, there are some average songs. Number 5, Danger off of Creatures of the Night versus Tomorrow and Tonight off of Love Gun.
To me, it's Danger. I've always hated Tomorrow and Tonight. I remember hearing Alive 2 for the first time and thinking how out of place that was as a 4-year-old, thinking, this is the same band? And just thinking that, and years later thinking, this is their first attempt at trying to get back on radio after Beth and all that. I guess you could say that for Hard Luck Woman. This is one of the next subsequent times where they tried to flat out record a hit that some other band, because it doesn't even sound like them. It sounds like another band. It sounds like some generic 70s song that they were trying to get on the radio. Outside of that, I've always loved the song Danger, because to me it was, pardon the pun, but it was a dangerous sounding Kiss. It was Kiss kind of scrapping for things, kind of fighting for their lives on this album. So
I think Love Gun was them at the top of the mountain, acting accordingly and doing a good job. Maybe not the greatest job, but doing a good job. And Creatures of the Night is after getting beaten down and fans fleeing everywhere. It's the first time maybe since Destroyer that you had a band that was scrapping and scratching and trying to crawl back up the mountain. Creatures of the Night is Rocky 1. Like that, I mean, it's the same kind of idea. Like, here's this little scrappy dude that's trying to crawl back up the mountain, and as you look at it in a big picture, that's what happened. You went from Creatures of the Night to Love Gun to Animalize. I have always said those are, to me, they're three sister albums. They threw themselves off the mountain after that to chase a sound to chase other sounds again.
yeah,
If you look at Dynasty, Unmasked, and The Elder are sister albums. I mean, one of those sisters are butt ugly, but they're sister albums, and they just progressively get worse because they just can't control themselves. And with Creatures of the Night, Lick It Up, and Animalize, like, they were doing so well, and somebody, Paul, looked around and said, "Oh, this sound is what's popular now. Let's go do this." And what did they do? Asylum, and then Crazy Nights is a pop album. I mean, that's really what it is. I like it. I like songs off of it, but it's a pop album. And then they started to I don't know what they were doing with Hot in the Shade, but they were trying to do something. And then what did they do? They came back and they reinvented the whole Creatures of the Night thing with Revenge. I mean, if you put it on paper and you look at it, there's a roadmap of how they climb the mountain, throw themselves off, climb it again, throw themselves off. And how many times have they done it? I mean, nobody ever gets bored,
They're
including the band.
Right.
But it's crazy. Just you find the sound and then go with it. And they have never done that. Never in their entire career have they ever done that. Father Rocco,
Yes.
Danger, or Tomorrow and Tonight.
I'm going to actually bring up something you said a couple weeks ago that you really liked. Like Paul has this certain style, and there's been few times where he's like going after the jugular. And what I love about Danger, it's probably one of my favorite all-time Paul Stanley songs because he's going after the jugular with his voice on that song, and I love it.
All right, Black Diamond Dave, Tomorrow
Definitely
and
Danger.
Tonight or Danger?
No,
Good.
it's
we
Danger.
all agree.
And that being said, I
Mhm.
like Tomorrow and Tonight.
I like Tomorrow and Tonight too,
It's catchy.
but Danger is the
Sorry, Vic.
better song. Number 6. I Love It Loud off of Creatures of the Night versus Love Gun off of Love Gun. If you guys need me, I'm gonna be back here chilling. I'm gonna get some rays. As I've said before, sequencing counts.
As cool as I think I Love It Loud is, I mean, it's not Love Gun. So,
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I think outside of maybe the song Creatures of the Night and maybe the song Detroit Rock City, I would say Love Gun is probably top 3 for me.
All right, so Love Gun wins. Thank God. Now, this one, I don't know whether I should just take myself out of this one. I won't. Song number 7, I Stole Your Love off of Creatures of the Night verse Hooligan off of Love Gun.
All right.
Victor, please
So-
tell me why we should all love I Still Love You. Because you look like you're a ballad guy to me.
Oh no, I hate ballads. Oh, I was gonna say
Is that
right
that's
off-
the term gaslight? Is that what gaslight?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's the definition.
Thank
I was well. So here, I'll show you what a huge fan I am of this song. Listen, as the years have gone by, I've appreciated the song more. But I remember as a kid, I would literally pick the needle up and go over the song and play Killers because I'm not a ballad guy. I can honestly say that the first Kiss ballad that I actually semi appreciated was Every Time I Look at You because I hated Forever. And
I love that song.
and because I'm a glutton for punishment, we used Nothing Can Keep Me From You for the videotape of my first wedding. Needless to say, by the time we got that videotape and that album, it went directly into a fire pit because I was already starting with divorce proceedings.
Oh
so
my
that goes
God.
to show
Oh wow.
how much
Oh God.
I love ballads.
Hey, cuz that's some good content right there.
Sure was.
Kiss got him divorced.
No,
You should send Gene a bill for the
bill.
divorce.
Yes.
Oh man.
Does that mean you're voting for Hooligan?
I got a 57 Chevy on a 59 frame. Can't even spell my name. Is that the lyric?
No,
did I
it's
fuck that
a
up?
35 Chevy on a 55 Chevy on a 35 frame. Can't
All right.
even spell my name.
There you go. Well, I'll take that over. I still love you.
When I was 22.
Lyrical
What did I do
genius.
to satisfy you?
I think personally, that Hooligan is a criminally underrated song.
Hence Hooligan Nation.
I thought he was gonna swerve us.
And
No, I do. I think that's a great Kiss song. That's the best of Peter and Ace. together as far as I'm concerned.
I love his voice again on that.
Song number 8 off of Creatures of the Night, Killer verse Almost Human off of Love Gun.
Yeah,
And go.
To me, it's not even close. I think Almost Human is B Kiss to me. I think Killer is one of those songs that we got the evil gene back in, who was lost for so many years. And to me, again, it just keeps that level of intensity and hunger of the rest of the album. So I take Killer over Almost Human.
I like Almost Human a lot more than I used to because of Father Rocco's. I can't call it hatred of the song.
I love it. It's the Kiss song that I love the most and hate the most at the same time.
Anytime I put Love Gun on, no matter what, I play through Almost Human where I would have skipped it maybe in the past. And the reason why I play it through is because, well, Father Rocco, this is what keeps him up at night.
It drives this song. I'm going to recreate the song.
Yeah, see? But I do agree.
Victor, think of that song without the chorus, with just riding that riff the entire song.
Oh, come on. Almost Human.
No, that's where you lose me.
The bongos as well as the beginning. I'm like,
no,
seriously,
I don't mind the bongos as much, but the Almost Human part, like,
hearing that song makes me seriously doubt when Gene and Paul talk about never doing pot in the 70s. Because I mean, come on, is there any?
That's a mic drop.
Any other song that they've ever recorded more conducive to that kind of train of thought? So
yeah,
I mean,
that was
the whole
good.
intro.
Not sure there was a train of thought for that song. Point Killer, yes.
Point Killer.
Next, song number 9, War Machine off of Creatures of the Night versus Plaster Caster off of Love Gun. Victor.
Yeah, for me, it's just the image of the tank stage, them all on it. To me, it's not even close. It's War Machine over Plaster Caster again. To me, Plaster Caster is B Kiss. I mean, unfortunately, as we talked about before, I would say that I Stole Your Love, Shock Me, Love Gun, and Hooligan, and even Christine 16 are above everything else on the album. I think there's A quality to A++ quality on here to B quality, and Plaster Caster to me is B quality. You know, I get the joke. It's about Cynthia Plaster Caster. Okay, cool.
War Machine is the much better song, if you ask me. Thank God there wasn't 10 songs on Creatures of the Night, so I don't have to fight for Then She Kissed Me. And we can move on to set lists, which is going to be difficult, I think. So the Creatures of the Night set list, both of these are the average set list for the tours, so there isn't specific nights. Creatures of the Night, the opener was Creatures of the Night, then Calling Dr. Love, Detroit Rock City, Cold Gin, I Want You, Firehouse, I Love It Loud, War Machine, Love Gun, God of Thunder, I Still Love You, Black Diamond. The encore was Strutter and Rock and Roll All Night. For Love Gun, the opener was I Stole Your Love, then Take Me, Ladies Room, Firehouse, Love Gun, Hooligan, Making Love, Christine 16, Shock Me, I Want You, Calling Dr. Love, Shout It Out Loud, God of Thunder, Rock and Roll All Night. The encore is Detroit Rock City, Beth, and Black Diamond. Anybody want to argue?
It's weird that you put in Detroit Rock City at the end and not in the beginning.
They did that a lot.
I don't really like that part.
Whenever Detroit Rock City wasn't the show opener, most of the time it was in the encores. So the reunion tour, when Deuce opened the show, I believe Detroit Rock City opened the encore.
Yeah, I don't like that too much.
Victor,
Yeah,
you want to argue?
Well, the one thing that I will say about this is that it is kind of weird that, what we got on Alive 2, where the set list is in a different order. We got Tomorrow and Tonight, we got King of the Nighttime World, and I honestly would have probably preferred Hooligan over Hard Luck Woman or Tomorrow and Tonight. And
I agree, by the way. And it was still in the set list. They just didn't choose it to be on Alive 2.
yeah.
Although it is on the Lost Alive 2.
So it'll be interesting if they release a box set in a few years to commemorate that, if we get that specific set list. That would be cool. And let's be honest, if you've seen any bootlegs of that tour, that's the end. That's where you cut KISS off, because after that, regardless what happened with the solo albums, with Dynasty, the band was never again live. There was never again the same live. I mean, you lost. Peter was still a monster at that point.
Yep.
And Peter got declawed after that. After that, he was just never the same live. You see any bootleg, he's just not as aggressive, not as fast.
It's a set list thing, and what blows my mind is, look, I understand what they were doing. On Creatures of the Night, I Still Love You, and I think this is part of the reason why I hate the song, is it's Paul's version of Beth. And they put that in there to have a ballad in there when I think they should have picked or could have picked 4 or 5 other songs off of the Creatures of the Night album that are better songs than I Still Love You. And one of those is Rock and Roll Hell.
Yeah.
Which I also think is a great KISS song that doesn't get any love at all.
Yeah. The only thing
agree.
that I'll add to that is that I never saw it as that instead of Beth per se. I always saw that, especially on that tour, with him just dragging the song out forever.
That's why I hate the song.
Yeah.
That's literally the number one reason why I hate that song, is because every show in the 80s and every show in the 90s, you had to go through the 10-minute version of I Still Love You, and it used to drive me insane. It started with a little guitar solo.
Yeah.
He made it a 10-minute song for whatever reason. No. Give me Beth, or get rid of it, or come up with something better.
Yeah, you're definitely right in the sense that there were better songs off of Creatures that they could have played live.
Okay, back to the set list.
Love Gun.
Victor?
Yeah, they're both great set lists. So I mean, regardless which one you choose, as John says at the beginning of the show, you got nothing to lose. So
I just think for me, you have Shock Me, Hooligan, and Beth, and Shout It Out Loud. And on the Creatures of the Night set list, you don't have them. I Still Love You is a knockoff Beth song to me. I don't Strutter in the encore, I'm not crazy about. Somewhere else in the set list, it's okay, but the encore, Detroit Rock City, Beth, and then Black Diamond is an iconic encore. And how do you do a set list without Shout It Out Loud?
they did that for many years.
And it was a mistake. Anybody else? Anybody going for the Creatures of the Night set list?
It's a push for me. I like both set lists.
Everything's a push for you. You are Switzerland. We're gonna call you Father Switzerland.
I'm just keeping it real. I'm not going to give you one. Like, I'll be honest with you, I like Creature's album better, so I would love to flat out give Victor the point. But I'm telling you, I think they're both good set lists. Being honest.
All right, 2 against 1. Thank God we have 2 judges. All right, last thing, and to me, there's no competition between these two, but we'll do it anyway. Creatures of the Night stage show versus Love Gun stage show.
Push.
Push? Do you really
Push.
think it's a push?
Dude, the tank stuff is really cool.
The tank is the single greatest. I'm thinking. I think it's the single greatest stage show prop they have ever come up with, second only to the KISS sign. But if you look at Creatures of the Night stage show, it's just the tank. That's it. If you look at
cool.
Love Gun, it's everything. It's everything. Victor?
Technically, you're looking at the Rock and Roll Over stage, not Love Gun, because they didn't come up with another stage for that tour. So
No, they didn't. But that's the stage show for that tour. You could say the same thing that it's the Alive 2 stage show also.
Yeah, because it's the same tour.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But that's the stage show they used. It's like they used the same stage show on Lick It Up that they used on Creatures of the Night also.
True, but they came up with it for the Creatures album. With the Love Gun stage setup, they had already had it out for a few years. They were being frugal and didn't want to invest in a new stage setup. And
KISS was frugal?
Yeah, not at all.
Didn't want to waste money?
Don't make me say
it. All right, Victor, I'll ask you this. Out of all the stage shows in all the KISS shows in their 50-year history, what's the most iconic stage show?
No, but see, you're taking...
Him and Silky Road don't want to answer the question when it's not the question they want.
No, you're looking at this. You're looking at this and saying that that's their setup, but this is a fantasy. This is just this was a shot where they lit absolutely everything at once.
I understand, but that's not my fault that they didn't light everything once on the Creatures of the Night tour.
The dude comes with props and everything.
Dude, look, we can make it a push.
Got to be some extra points for that.
We can bring it to the judges. We know that Switzerland will call for a push, and Dave will.
No, actually, it wouldn't be a push on that one for me.
Really?
Honestly, to me, if I think of KISS at their pinnacle, it's that stage show in general, not that day. Yeah, I mean it's not
the most
close.
Iconic stage show. Look,
if we're being honest, I mean that's when you think of KISS at their peak, you're thinking of that for the most part. You're not thinking of the tank, even though that's cool.
Black Diamond Dave, Love Gun or Creatures of the Night stage show?
He already said.
Did he?
No, but if I'm being honest, it's Love Gun.
You can't no do-overs. Yeah, I love you, Dave, but you can't no do-overs.
We make shit up on the fly all the time here.
I don't think Victor's going to be in favor of that.
Well, he is right. We do make shit up all the time on the fly here, so I can't argue.
I'll go down swinging with Victor. That's fine. I still like the tank.
All right, so we're gonna do a push.
It's a push.
Okay. Haven't you done versus Love Gun out of the original 70s albums?
Well, we started with Dynasty. We went to Rock and Roll Over. We went to the KISS debut, and we haven't done Hotter Than Hell, Dress to Kill, or Destroyer. At the end of the day, the Hooligans are gonna chime in, and they're gonna tell us whether I'm right or wrong. And they're definitely going to tell us. Well, no, they're in the honeymoon stage with you, Father Rocco, because you're back now. So maybe they won't beat you up as much as they would pre-surgery.
Victor, my argument months ago in this category of what we cover here was that Love Gun, sales-wise and everything, was kind of like their pinnacle, and it's kind of hard to take them off the mountain. So it doesn't make any sense. There's not many other albums that can compete with it at this point.
Destroyer. There's no way that Love Gun beats Destroyer song for song.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not only song for song.
Doesn't beat it in producer either.
And that's the point that Father Rocco doesn't get. He didn't like the record sales part of it. But when you put it up against,
it tells you the story about where the band was in their livelihood.
Right, but Destroyer sold more records than Love Gun.
But Destroyer has got some they got a couple of throwaways on that album.
Right, but Destroyer sold more records than Love Gun.
But you remember when we talked about Destroyer, we were actually surprised when we did the point system. The bad songs really hurt that album.
Absolutely, but we saw it for this right here. Sequencing, and I keep saying this, sequencing counts.
Mm-hmm.
If you move I Love It Loud, if you add a song and make I Love It Loud the 10th song, it wins. I Love It Loud went up against Hooligan. No, I Love It Loud went up against Love Gun. And Rock and Roll Hell went up against Shock Me. How many songs does KISS have that you can put up against Shock Me that Shock Me's going to lose?
Not many.
Same thing with Love Gun.
Definitely not for me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Look, Creatures of the Night, the song, loses because of sequencing, because it went up against I Stole Your Love.
And I don't see that. Creatures, I love both songs, but I don't see how you could have a clear-cut winner on that one. I don't.
Well, Victor agreed. So did Victor agree?
No,
I don't even
that one,
remember.
no.
I got to go back. Maybe it was.
No, Dave was the deciding factor on that one.
So you were Switzerland.
Respectfully, he was the deciding factor.
You were Switzerland on Creatures of the Night versus I Stole Your Love?
Yeah, because I don't. You can't pick. I don't think anybody. I don't see how you can pick between those two songs.
For me, I can pick. Just like for Victor, he can pick. Like it's a clear-cut favorite. Do you think that it's even close?
What, close?
No,
you talking
Victor.
Dave?
Victor, do you think it's even close, Creatures of the Night versus I Stole Your Love, or do you think Creatures of the Night is a clear winner?
In my opinion, Creatures is a clear winner, but I still love I Stole Your Love.
Right. See, I like both songs.
Me too.
But to me, I Stole Your Love is a clear winner. That's what you two were here for. Because I'm not going to give, and he's not going to give, and Dave agreed, and you went Switzerland. So it's all your fault.
You need a third.
So Victor, you lost because of Father Rocco. So
all right, I'll take Creatures over I Stole Your Love. There you go.
You will?
I will.
There's no do-overs. I love you, Rocco, but there's no do-overs.
I said I reeled you in on that one. I was waiting for that, Dave. As soon as I said it, you were going to chime in.
Regardless of what happens, man, this is just way too much fun.
This has been a fun episode.
I think all of these album death matches are so much fun. There's so many different ways to go.
He thinks they're fun. He's won them all, so
he won't have to Destroyer. He won't like shit no more.
I've already said no. I think it's gonna. But the problem that I have is if Destroyer beats Love Gun, or if Love Gun beats Destroyer,
then you'll edit it to make sure it doesn't happen.
No, I'm not going to edit it. And I think it's going to it's going to be decided by 1 point, or it's going to be a tie. The question is, to continue to do this, we're going to have to retire Destroyer and Love Gun, because I don't think there's anything else out there that can beat it. At least I'll
agree with you 100% there. That's when it really gets interesting, when you're taking them out and you get more of a level playing field.
Right. I mean, I can't wait to put Asylum versus Crazy Nights, or
right. That's
Animalize versus Hot in the Shade, and see how it all pans out when you consider production. And I'm pretty sure all of those records, the record sales were really close to each other. And, stage shows are going to come into play big time. Like, it's going to be the little things that come into play. Who the producer was, and
Yeah, like
and that
look
kind
at
of
Hot
stuff.
in the Shades freaking stage show was freaking iconic.
It'll be interesting to see when and if we get there, but I do want to get there because I do like doing this. And I think it's interesting to look. I think you get a snapshot, a very vivid snapshot of where the band was at the time. In the case of these album versus albums, like, you've said it over and over again, Love Gun was the pinnacle. Well, I'll agree Love Gun was the pinnacle, but Creatures of the Night was them trying to get back to the pinnacle. And you
Something
can
you'll never
hear it in the music.
This is something you'll never find out, but it does make you think, timing is everything. If you promote that album right and you have it at a different time in their history, I think that album would have really killed.
Creatures of the Night?
Creatures, yeah.
I have always thought this, and I'll say this. What killed Creatures of the Night wasn't Creatures of the Night. What killed Creatures of the Night wasn't Ace and Peter not being on it. What killed Creatures of the Night was Dynasty, Unmasked, and The Elder.
No momentum building up to it.
It just alienated all of the KISS fans to where
True.
by the time Creatures of the Night came out, I imagine some of them looked at the album cover and said, "Oh, it's a cool album cover. I ain't spending my money on that." I spent my money on The Elder and Unmasked, and to a lesser degree to Dynasty. But that's when they started to chase fads. And I think that alienated a large portion of their fan base. And look, how many hooligans do we have out there that say on a constant basis, I checked out after the solo albums, or I checked out after Alive 2, because they started chasing sounds on albums. Like, they chase sounds on songs prior to that. But, no, do I think that Dynasty was a disco album? No, but it had disco elements, and you cannot listen to Unmasked and not say that it's a pop disco album.
How much would MTV have impacted videos with Creatures? They could have done a lot of interesting videos for them too.
Sure, but history shows us that by that time KISS was unpopular, so they spent the money and made the I Love It Loud video, and MTV didn't play it, so they didn't make any more video. My God, War Machine. Do you guys have anything you want to add to wrap this little death match up?
The only thing that I would say, based on what we were just talking about, whether that's going to be on air or not, I think you have to, after this, you probably have to retire Creatures. You probably have to retire Love Gun after Destroyer, and then battle it out with all the other albums.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it's just a matter of whether Dynasty, or not Dynasty, whether Destroyer or Love Gun. And I guess that's at the end of the day, when we're through all the albums, whatever wins between Destroyer and Love Gun will bring back for one last death match that'll probably be a slaughter.
Yeah, I think that at this point, outside of those three albums, just the affinity that so many fans have to the three of them, and even if Creatures is more of a cultish type following to it because of the difference in sales or whatnot, I just don't think that when you stack it up against the other albums, as you've said, there isn't any other album that's as complete as Creatures. So, Creatures,
I
again,
think that is the most complete, off the top of my head, I think that's the most complete KISS album. I don't think it's the best, but I do think it's the most complete.
Yeah, because imagine Creatures, Destroyer, or Love Gun going up against Psycho Circus.
Well, hooligans, my fellow little buddies, I thoroughly enjoyed myself for another round of the KISS album versus album deathmatch. And is my math right? Am I now 4-0? Or am I 5-0?
Are you 4-0 or Love Gun? You always say it's
Doesn't-
Love Gun. It's not you.
It is Love Gun.
He
It's
wrote
not
Love
me.
Gun.
Right.
It's-
No, but he
no,
said him. He said, I'm 4-0.
Gene, I
said,
did
I'm
not
4-0.
write it. Stop. I'll get a cease and desist from Gene. No, I didn't write it. And if I said anything bad about you, I apologize.
You're not
Vinny,
right.
whatever I said bad about you, I'm not apologizing.
Never.
Well, thank you, Victor.
Thank
you
you,
very
guys.
much.
We greatly appreciate your expertise on Creatures of the Night. There was not one other human being out there that could have represented Creatures of the Night any better than you, which is why we wanted you to come on and do this. And I apologize that you took an L. I will send you a care package of Skittles and Twizzlers, and I'll even throw in a Father squeaky toy for you in that care package. All right.
How about some pigs in a blanket?
Yeah, I'll throw the pigs in a blanket
was pretty
in
fun.
too.
Guys, hooligans, check out Signals from Mars. They're awesome. Make sure you check it out. Good content there.
Heck yeah.
Signalsfrommars.com. And thank you, Victor, for another interesting episode with you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
If you're listening to us on any of the podcast platforms, please leave us a review. And if you just found us, check out our past episodes. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel and you like this episode, please consider hitting the like button, just like them guys, and leaving us a comment. Hit that subscribe button, just like them guys, so you don't miss any future episodes. And check out these episodes right here. No, right here.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah, one of those somewhere.
Click it.
As always, if you made it this far, thank you for supporting us. And don't forget, we should all lead with love and take care of each other. Peace out, Hooligan Nation.